Hey folks, welcome back to another Corax and Coffee board game unboxing video. I'm your host, Pete Steele, and today we are going to be looking at everything that comes in Magnate, the First City. So if you join me at the table, let's get to unboxing this thing. Alright, and here we have the Magnate, the First City box, and it is big. And heavy, I have to say. And you can see on the back here a whole bunch of colorful components that you get. And look at this. Actual component size, this excavator, first player digger. That'll be interesting to take a look at. You get a components list on the back of the box. So let's open this up. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping outside or not, but if you can, it's thematically appropriate for our channel. Right. Let's see here. Come on, there we go. And we are hit right away with a bunch of stuff. I'm not really sure where to begin here. I guess I'll begin with the thing in my hand. So, wrapped in plastic, we have these 5, you know what, I think these are probably Billfolds for the Humble Foundation. Yeah, right. Vector properties. Your HME, Grayfield, Penforth Davy. Yikes, this, I'm already shuddering at the capitalism in this game. Let's be able, yeah, I think these are supposed to kind of hold your money or your portfolio. I'm just guessing here, but, and these are actually pretty nice construction. Oh yeah, and you actually see here, this pattern here is, I think, designed to simulate leather in a way. It's kind of cool. It's actually really cool. These are nice. These will last. We've got Silica Gel. Do not eat. Do not throw on the floor. I didn't. It's on the table because it is not good for people or animals or putting in your coffee. So don't do it. And here we have I think these are game board tiles, it looks like. And these are okay construction. These will work just fine. Magnate on the back, Magnate on the back. You can see there's different places to build properties. You can get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like a dozen of these or so. So a whole bunch of places to build property and exploit whomever and screw over other players. Capitalism. All right. Good times. Well, times. The times we live in. And we've got the rulebook here. Do not open this rulebook yet. To start, yes, I think so. I think this game has like a tutorial deck of cards. I think that's why we're getting this massive cautionary warning about not opening the rulebook yet. But you know what? Just for y'all, I'm gonna break the rule and show you this first page. And you get a itemized illustrated components list, which is quite nice. And to be honest, I don't think there are, but I don't know if there are any spoilers of any type in this rulebook for scenarios or whatnot. So I'm going to err on the side of caution and, despite what I typically do with rulebooks, not show you the rest of this. For those who are wanting it, I apologize, but again, I want to be very careful with spoilers. So the rest is on you, but just peeking at the back, and it's only 19 pages, so substantial rules, but it's not 50 pages, so you could get through this. And on the back we have scoring aid for plot sales in millions. Okay, so there is essentially their version of a combat results table in the form of economic table. So, you know, it's kind of a throwback to older style rules, but there you go. And we have, again, all these boards are wrapped in plastic, which is nice. Trying to figure out how to get in here. And we have AI property holdings. This is the AI board, which is nice. I'm not sure what player counts you're using this AI board, but always nice to have Automa. Oh, look at this brain. Roku's Basilisk right there, I'll tell you. All right. And we have... okay, so these are clearly boards that you use depending on the number of players that you're playing with. 3 and 5, and I bet the other side is 2 and 4, which it is. So based on the number of players, you have a particular kind of game board, reference board that you go with. And I assume they've got to be different in some way or ways. But there you go. And here we have punch boards, which are wrapped in more plastic. Plastic. And it looks like there are 4 punch boards here. I'm just punching out a few of these. These punch out quite nicely and easily. And they are double-sided, and these are, looks like, rental property or retail property tokens in convenience stores and boutiques. So these are kind of like the property cards in Monopoly, only extra and more and double more extra, and you get a whole bunch of them. And then you get all of these tokens. We'll punch these out later. But it looks like these are tokens for the different companies from the Billfolds I was showing you, I think. And here we have families, these like residential and warehouses, call centers. Okay, it's interesting. Boutiques. All right. A lot of punching to do, and we have this cement truck token, double-sided. Kind of cool. And here we have a bunch of for sale signs. Again, these are double-sided. Oh, and these don't say for sale on the back. They have, I think these correspond to different game board grids of one kind or another. All right. Where shall we go from here? Let's go over here. Here we have a whole bunch of dice that, yes, these are standard 1d6 dice. They are mini. It looks like you get 20 of them. So, based on what I've seen so far, I have no right to complain about any part of the production, but they did give us miniature dice rather than full-size dice. So, minor complaint. For me, I'd much rather have full-size dice, but whatever. Those are easy to replace in your game, should you choose to do so. All right. I don't know if I'm more excited about cards or more excited about these building pieces. These are very nice, hefty plastic. You can kind of see the skyscraper mold here. And I think this little slot on top is where you're supposed to put, yes, maybe not. I thought you're supposed to put this boutique token, but these slots are clearly designed for something, either putting other tokens that fit or something else. Then you have houses here. Oh man, imagine if the Monopoly houses had this sculpt. I'd say we'd all be playing Monopoly, but we wouldn't. But that's a nice sculpt for a house. And you have this kind of nice storefront type sculpt. And we have this, I think it's supposed to be a farm, maybe, or a factory, farm factory sculpt. Another storefront, so you get a whole bunch of very nice components there. And then the second tray of these. And I don't know if that's supposed to be a science center or a museum or a planetarium or what, but there you go. This here is maybe a kind of a skyscraper. Yeah, I think it's supposed to go like that. I think that's supposed to be a modern skyscraper. There are some other sculpts in here, and here is that dozer, that excavator. And I could be wrong, because I have not gone through the rules, but I think this is simply a first player token, which means that this token in this game could be the photo under the definition of a board game term encyclopedia for overproduced, because, and it's articulated, it's actuated. Look at that. I'm not getting in focus there, but wow, that is, well, it is. So there you go. Maybe it does more in the game, but I don't think so. I think that's a first player token. We will see. And that's only half of the game box. So on the other side, we have tons of storage solution. And this storage solution thing, this is actually really heavy. These are very well done. Here we have the First City tutorial deck. Read me and learn the game without a rule book. Where to next? And this is a very thick deck. So I'm actually not going to open this on this video. Again, apologies to those who wish I would. But I'm going to make the decision not to, only to let people discover this on their own. I would guesstimate there are 50 or 60 cards here. And, you know, if they really have found a way to tutorialize and teach the rules through a version of play with a deck of cards in a good way, in a productive way, in a useful way, an easy to learn way, that's like the holy grail of board gaming. So if I do a review of this game, which I hope to, I will certainly talk about this in more detail then. But for now, we're going to put it aside. Here's the money. You could say this is the money shot, could you not? Okay, eye roll, groan, do your thing. But I have said before, and I will say again in the future, I'm sure, that I much prefer coins or cards rather than paper money in games. But this paper money is actually quite nice for paper money, and it's shiny paper. I do worry about it tearing still. It could very easily tear. I like money in games to be coins or cards because money is, for two reasons. One, money is transactional in nature. It's a transactional medium, right? So as you conduct transactions, you're giving it from person to person, and that is going to increase the likelihood that it creases or bends or tears. And real life paper money is actually typically cloth, right? It's designed to hold up to that type of wear and tear, and paper money in games is not. So that's why I like cards and whatnot better. But this is pretty good. And on the back here we have, in games we trust. Well, you know what? I can get behind that. And it's not all boring the same color. We have different sizes here. That was 5 million. This is 1 million. Oh, That's nice. And then we have 500K. You're definitely going to feel rich playing this game. 200K. And they all say in gaming, we trust on the back. 100K. Okay, this is probably some of the best paper money I've ever seen in a board game. I'm going to say that right now. All right. So here we have storage baggies, always good. Here we have some cardboard tokens, which are double-sided. I have no idea what these do, but I guess they maybe play get out on the game board to indicate job sites or construction or something that looks like a parking lot there, something like that. And clearly they are building specific in one way or another. You have more of these here. Yeah, parking lots and whatnot. So these clearly do something. We'll find out about. Or maybe these are player specific. That could be for different players. I don't know. If they're company or player or building specific. I think they're not player specific because there are 4 colors and there are 5 players. But again, I'm just guessing. Okay. So again, these nice storage solutions. Putting all this back in here is going to be a trick, but I won't subject you to that. I'll do that on my own. And then we have 3 decks of cards. So we move this box out of the way. We'll go through these 3 decks of cards here. We'll go through the AI Action 1 Buy Land deck. AI Action Sell. Okay. So these are AI actions of various types. Won't go through every single one. Leave you discover this on your own. But again, this is an Automa AI deck. And there are different levels of actions. I don't know if these are for difficulty or phases of the game, I would imagine. But there you go. And next we have, let's do risk cards next. Let's be risky and do risk cards. There's no risk here. Okay, so there's a bear on the back. Yeah, that'd be a big risk. Don't feed bears. Don't go up to bears. Be nice to bears. Don't take a selfie with a baby bear. That will not end well for you. I guarantee it. Okay, and these. Inject risk into the game. Because unregulated capitalism is unregulated capitalism. I'm not going to say more about that. I'm going to start a rumble. Last deck of cards here. New tenants. Oh, and there is one of my kitties. Hi, Spaz. You can see he had a feeding tube in his recently. That's why he's got some shaved fur. Come on, bud. I'm in the middle of a video. Yeah, here's my boy. Okay, Spaz, you go over there. All right. Last deck of cards. Oh, Spaz is coming back. He's going to join the review, or the unboxing video. There he is. New tenant cards. Looks like they all have the same back. And these new tenant cards change the game state or the round state in various ways, quite clearly. Just kind of going through them. And that is everything that comes in the box of Magnate, the first city, something like that. All right. Say bye, Spaz. Bye, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Whew. There's a lot of stuff that comes in that box. Things and stuff and things. But I hope you enjoyed that. One game mechanic that I do want to mention that is prevalent in Magnate at First City is that of modular boards. And that is the idea that you have, rather than having one big game board, you have different panels that you can put together in different orders. And this helps the game have even more replayability, as you can kind of assemble things in a way that makes sense based on the number of players you have or any other consideration that you can think of or that the game has you consider. If you like this video, please check out our other board game unboxing videos, as well as the Korax and Coffee Cast, which is here on YouTube, as well as Stitcher, Spotify, our website, all the usual places. Please do like and subscribe if you're willing, and follow us on social media. And if you really do like our content, please head over to our merch store or go to Patreon and donate in whatever amount you think our content is worth. Until next time, I'm your host, Pete Steele, and you've been watching Korax and Coffee. Thank you so much, folks. Bye.